Okay, my camera shut off. I don't know why. I just talked for the last 5 minutes. I'm starting over. Hey y'all, Joefer here, the cranky old gay guy. So that made me cranky. I'm in the middle of a discussion with you, the viewer, and I get these messages about string like, do you want this written in text? And then it just closed the video. And again, I don't know what happened unless there was some kind of a tone coming from outside that I didn't know. I didn't notice it, that popped up this text screen, because oftentimes when I'm using the phone, this screen will pop on with a microphone and everything that I'm saying will come out in text, or everything that's being played in the room will come out in text. I don't have the radio on, so I don't know what that interference was. Okay, back to what I was saying. No Kings. Disappointment for me. Why? I do not like being in the middle of a big old crowd when you can't move. Hate it. I hate traveling behind anyone who's walking and they stop or block the path. It's one of the reasons I hate IKEA, and I've gone into that many, many times. Their store design is not designed for people who want freedom or to come in, get what you want, and go out. They have designed this store to trap you in there and make you spend as much time around their products trying to get you to impulse buy. I don't believe in that. I think it's a criminal act and it should be outlawed. Everyone can make money, but do not design a store where everything is zigzaggy maze so you have to stay. No. I want to come in. I know what I want. If I want to shop, I will shop online. I'll ask around. I will go and buy where I need to buy. I want to go into a place. I want to go to the aisle that it's on. I want to pick it up. And that's it. I just want to leave. I don't want to be forced to hang around. Okay. I was just watching the police car behind me because he came out of nowhere. Back to No Kings. Didn't see any violence, pushback, anything like that. I did see some houseless people when I was catching the train back. I was in Old Town outside the old Trailways bus station, which has all been boarded up for years, and it's a mess. It needs to be torn down. Anyway, right across the street from there is an entire block that's fenced off, and it's called Eden or Oasis. Maybe it's called Oasis. I was reading backwards. It's sprayed on the canvas tarps that kind of block your view. You can kind of see into it, but you can't see all the way clearly. And it is a outdoor picnics, tables and some coverings, and they have a food truck there that provide food for the people who are living on the streets. And I did run across several people who are living on the streets who were up and down the sidewalks and tweaking and smoking out of aluminum foil right there on the street. And this one lady came up to this rather scuzzy gentleman who was pulling a wagon with a bunch of stuff in it. And I thought that they were getting ready to kiss because they went face to face. And then I watched and he started yelling at her. And no, she was taking her thumbs like this and she was squeezing zits on his face. And I don't know if it was a zit or a pus or whatever. And he's going, no, stop. And she's saying, I almost got it. It's halfway out. I can get the rest. It was gross is what it was. Really, really gross. And they were getting on the train too. Now they were in the car behind me, so I didn't have to deal with them. But it was pretty disgusting. It was very disgusting. Also, they don't have enough benches at the train stops. They have 2 seats, like, I don't know, 8 inches apart, mounted. And that's it for the entire train stop. I get why they don't do benches, because they don't want people sleeping on them. But put the chairs 3 or 4 feet apart and have several, because there was nowhere to sit. I ended up standing not only all day, but standing at the train stop waiting to get on the train. Again, ridiculous. They could improve that. What else? Oh boy. Were there any negative interactions? I said, no, not really. Not with authoritarian groups. Outside the ICE facility, I did look this morning on the news to see, news sites, to see if there was anything. The only thing I came up with was a group of costumed rally goers roller skating in a big circle around the intersection in front of the ICE building. I didn't hear anything else. Didn't read anything else. I did read this morning that Israel has broken its ceasefire treaty with Palestine and bombed the hell out of Gaza sometime yesterday. Now, I kind of saw that coming anyway, because once they got their prisoners back, the hostages, I think there were 2 that were unalived that still they didn't get yet. And that is the excuse that Israel used, was that they are not doing everything they said in the treaty, and we didn't get all our hostages back, so we bombed them. Doesn't make any sense at all. Just the last couple days, I've seen trails and trails of Palestinians on the march back into Gaza and back where Israel told them they had to go. So now they go there, and what does Israel do? It bombs them. I'm not going to speak out against Israeli people because they're not to blame. However, their leadership, I think, is really, really bad, and they're war criminals. And the fact that they did this, and they've been doing this all along, telling people to go to certain areas, and then once they get there, they bomb them. It's horrible. And I would have no problem seeing Netanyahu arrested by the world courts and tried as a war criminal, just as I would have no problem seeing other leaders in the world sent to The Hague and tried as war criminals. Come on, car, I'm letting you in. Go, 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 go. Jesus Christ, you stupid. Yes, it's a woman. And what does she do? I try to let her in because she's cutting. Nope, she sits in her front seat and waves me on, and she's still sitting back there. I'm biting my tongue because I could say some really mean things about people who drive in Portland, but I'm not going to, and I'm not going to use the stereotypes of certain drivers in Portland or the vehicles they drive and what kind of drivers they are, because that would make me sound like a Karen. And my name's not Karen, it's Joefer. And stereotypes have a way of having bits of truth in them, some of them a lot of truth. And when it comes to people like that lady just now, I could stereotype the shit out of her. But I'm not going to. Instead, we're going to once again talk about Israel real quick, and the fact that yes, a country has a right to defend itself, but the way it defended itself was way too much, over the top, and I don't agree with it. It's not my country. I don't live there. Doesn't mean I can't talk about it. Just like this is my country I live in, and I do talk about it. I think it's being run very poorly, and people at the top really should be removed from office and replaced with people who actually care about people in this country and not just big corporations and multi-billionaires. Everything turns political. Why? Because we live in a political environment and it's a political climate, and I have no choice but to be political. I think I would, if I wasn't speaking out about something, I would just shrivel up and die inside, or I would hold it in and at some point in the future just blow up and cause a scene. And I'm not going to do that. All right. I'm getting angry talking about this subject. So now let's dream about standing in line at the grocery store for half hour or more trying to check out, because this is a Winco I'm going to, and it always has many registers open, and there's always 8 or 9 people in each line, and some of the lines are slower than molasses in winter. All right, everybody, this is Joefer saying stay cranky, my friends. Stay cranky. Bye-bye.